Hey guys, it's Mo. So today I'm going to be sharing with you how I'm wedding planning in my mini happy planner. So first off, engagement ring. Look at it. Isn't it beautiful? I got it. Zach got it off of Etsy. I believe it's from like Sweden, because I didn't realize that when I was sending him examples of rings, that one that I sent was in Sweden, and that's the one he picked, and it came from Sweden or Switzerland or something. I'm not sure. It's beautiful. It's opal. It's not my birthstone. It's just my favorite. I've got opals over here. It's my favorite stone. So that's my engagement ring. We went to Korea in about March-ish and did the whole proper proposal thing he did. We had been talking about getting married ever since January of this year, and honestly we've been living together for the majority of our relationship. Maybe I should do who watches or loves those like relationship videos, like we tell our story kind of thing. Maybe I should do that. I love telling a story. But anyway, so we've been living together for the majority of the time that we've been together. So it's not been a priority kind of thing, but we decided that it was something to do, that we should do. So January, we started talking about it. March, he kind of surprised me with a proper, you know, like proposal kind of thing. And my best friend Katie went with us to Korea. It was great. You can scroll back on my Instagram feed and find all those pictures, most of those pictures. It was great. It's wonderful. South Korea is my favorite place on earth. I love Korea so much. I really couldn't pinpoint any reason why. I just really, of all the places I've ever been, I love South Korea so much. So we did that. Katie like smuggled, I say that, but she just hid from me a like $20, $25, $30 ring from Kohl's as we flew over, gave that to Zach. We did like, you know, he did the proper proposal thing, and so I had that ring, which you might have seen in a couple videos for quite a while, which it was fine. It was a great little ring. And then we got my proper engagement ring in the mail, and here's another story for you. Maybe I'll put a timestamp of when planner stuff actually starts, but he came home really late one night. He was off of work. I think he went and hung out with his friends. I was asleep. He came home really late. He woke me up. I knew he was going to turn the TV on, so I asked him to hand me my earplugs. I put my earplugs in, went back to sleep. I woke up the next morning. I took a shower, did all my stuff, whatever. I was drying my hair, I think, and I took the towel off of my head, and then I looked at my ring for some reason, and it was this ring. Like, while I was asleep, he had taken off the other ring and put this ring on. So it took me a little while to figure it out because I'd been up for a little while. And so I am in the bathroom and I yell his name and I said, "How did you do this?" So apparently he came in late. I asked for my earplugs, went back to sleep. But he had to wait like an hour to make sure I was still asleep. I have no idea how I didn't wake up from him doing that. I think it's surprising because he's not really like that. Sometimes he does like funny, weird stuff like that. I don't mean weird like, ooh, that's weird, but like weird, different, I don't know, like out of character, I guess is what I mean. And it tickles me to death because he's not normally like that. So I don't know. So that's my ring. It's beautiful. Now let's get into happy planning or wedding planning in my mini happy planner. So I have a whole setup tour of this bad boy. I did change every time I do a setup video, which I haven't done a setup video in a long time, and I was like, I should do a setup video. As soon as I do a setup video, I change it around. So I trimmed down what I have in here. I don't like it. I don't like that I had to do that to get this cover to fit, but I have the like hardcover on, and I have metal classic discs. I'm thinking maybe I'll do expander discs. I feel like with this cover, I don't think it's going to be too overwhelming. I feel like there's a hair on here. So I have metal classic discs, the black happy planner, like hardcover. Do they make a white one, or they make the white one only for the classic size? I'm not sure. So I have that on here. I did have one of those elastic closure guys, like one of those elastic bands with a pin loop. I don't even know. Yeah, I do. I have my planner cart over here. So I had one of these guys on. I had a gold one on and the pin in it, but it was like I'd have to keep track of this, and then I was trying to write with the pen with this on it because I knew I was going to lose this little band thing. So I ended up getting a was this like a pin loop from Michael's last time I was there, and it's like a pink and a black one, and so I got the black one. I think it looks cool. So this guy, if you can see, I don't know, it's kind of expandy. I don't find that bothers me too much. I might keep the gold one of these guys on. Don't ask me why, because I just was saying that I'm gonna lose this and have the pin, blah blah blah. I might be able to keep track of this better if I don't have to keep track of it and the pin. I don't know. So it kind of pops up. I don't mind it. I can only have like 3 months of my calendar in here, a little bit of extras, 3 months of my blog social media planner in here, and then I have like my extra pages of stuff, notes and whatnot, and then in the back I have my wedding planning. So this is not proper wedding planning, I don't feel like, but this is how I'm doing it. So I have these pocket pages here, and what prompted this was I did a blog post about like 3 ways to use pocket pages in your mini happy planner, and one of them was about wedding planning, and I had taken some of my pictures from my Pinterest board. I'll leave a link to my wedding Pinterest board if you want to check it out, from my Pinterest board for like the overall vibe of my wedding. And then I have just some different pages, the project pages for like wedding planning. So the first one that I've really put together and used properly is this for the wedding dress. So let me do this. So this one is for my wedding dress and the bridesmaids dresses and stuff. So I just made a little, like, this was after the fact. My little vision board would have included a dress similar to this, but I had this over here, so you can see they're kind of similar. I really like the long sleeves on here. So spoilers, this is my wedding dress. I don't know, you can't really see it that well, but so under planning steps, under this little grid part here, I just pasted down some things that I knew, like our wedding colors. These were some shoes that my maid of honor sent to me, and this is my sister in the style of dress, and this is me in the wedding dress, and I kind of put those together to see, okay, I think these are gonna look great. What do I feel about the shoes? So these are the colors of our wedding. It's like emerald green, and sangria is the color, the purple color. So, and we're kind of doing it non-traditional. I don't know, I'm gonna throw all of this stuff in here. We're kind of doing it non-traditional, where I'm having 2 women and my brother on my side, and then Zach is having 2 dudes, and then a girl that he's been, or a woman, a lady, a person he's been friends with forever on his side. So his side, everybody's going to be wearing green. She's gonna have a green dress, they're gonna have green shirts, which we have to dye and find. We have to either find or dye shirts, because like Men's Warehouse, they don't do colored shirts. So we're doing it like non-traditional that way. And then on my side, both my girls are gonna have the sangria purple, and then my brother is gonna have a purple shirt. So that's how that's gonna go. And then you flip it over, and we have for the tuxes and whatnot, and it just has it outlined things. So I guess I can go back here. So I had my David's bridal appointment. I wrote that down. This is supposed to say appointment number 2, not number 1. David's bridal appointment number 2. I had at 5/5. I bought my dress that day. Then I had my first fitting scheduled for 8/7. The girls' dresses, I wanted them to, I think, I filled this out retrospectively because I was like, I need to keep track. I wasn't really keeping track of things, and then as more things are coming about, I'm like, I need to keep a track of what dates and stuff that I need to remember. So the girls, they got their dresses on 4/29, and then we all want to get our shoes. I want to get my shoes, I guess, by 6:30, which I placed an order, and it came out, it says it's pending on my PayPal, but I got an error on the DSW website, so I don't know. So my shoes, these are the shoes we're going with because I don't want to make any more decisions. I like them. I wanted to explore more. I do like them. I wanted to explore more, but I'm lazy and I don't want to make any more decisions. So the girls are going to be wearing gold, and I'm going to be wearing silver because the stuff on my dress and whatnot is silver, and I think it's going to be a good, really cool compliment. So, and that's just what it is, really. I don't have the date here. I just write down the project goal, which is wedding. So all of these say wedding. And then the subject, to choose tuxes and accessories. Overview, find tuxes that match emerald and sangria colors. Colored shirts, question mark, go to Men's Warehouse. I pasted down this Color swatch, again, I don't have anything here. I haven't really added anything in. So Zach has had his tux appointment on 5/26 at 1 p.m. We got it all figured out. That's great. Groomsmen's tuxes, they have to go to, that's actually supposed to say 7/1, not 6/1. They have to go to Men's Warehouse and get everything figured out by the 1st of July. So then we've got to find and or dye shirts by August 15th. So they're gonna get white shirts with their tuxes. I don't know if this is helpful. I'm just going over everything. They're gonna get white shirts with their tuxes. They need to go by 7/1 to get everything figured out. By 8/15, me have to have figured out about these shirts, and then they got to pick up their tuxes. I think it's 2 days before the wedding, so that's the date there. Then save the dates and invitations. I've already sent the save the dates, and this is just some outlining of what I want. I need to print off some stuff here and paste it down as like a mini vision board so I can know when I'm working on it, and to keep in the back of my mind. Sometimes I need like visual inspiration through the day. Like sometimes I'll just be thinking about it and I'm like, how can I stimulate this like thought more? And I'll go check out any of these vision boards that I have in my planner here and say, okay, yeah, and maybe I can take more notes, something like that. So I need to design the invitations by 6:30, mail them out by the end of July before I go on vacation. And I also need to make an RSVP and a wedding website by the end of June. So I don't know. And these project pages, these are the project pages that I have. They come in 4 colors and they are back to front. I wish that they were like a planning page and then maybe a like grid page on the back or something, because let's see, I don't know if I have an extra grid page. Let me see if I do. Does this have something on it? Okay, it's got something on it, but I'm gonna go with it. We'll turn it this way. So then you can have like this and then more information about it, maybe more vision board stuff, because that's kind of tiny. If you had a classic size, it would be okay. So then you would have this project page, and then this would be part of your vision board for that project page. So that's something to do. I haven't done it yet. I haven't found that I needed it, so I haven't done it. I was gonna make a whole wedding planner type deal with some of these pocket pages, some of these graph pages, and do like something where you had, I'm gonna take this pocket page because I don't want to bust that thing open, where you would have like your planning page and then notes and stuff, and you'd have a vision board kind of thing in the middle. And it was just like, you know what, I'm not going to make this overly complicated. If I can't fit everything in my planner, then I'm not going to do it. It's not, I like to have one functional planner, and then I have a memory planner, which is my fun planner. So we got flowers, the overview, choose organic floral designs. We're only going to do the ceremony. We're only going to do the ceremony like flowers, and then I'm going to see if I can move the flowers from the ceremony to the reception. We're getting married in the same place, so I feel like the flowers are going to be set up right over by the ceremony. We're going to do our wedding ceremony for 30 minutes at max. Then we're going to leave there and move over to the pavilion where the reception is going to be. So I'm not going to leave flowers sit there for another 3 hours. I paid for them. So I'm going to see if we can somehow move them over and do something with. So this will probably be like outlining like pictures and stuff of that too. I had my first floral meeting already, and I did leave the swatches. I haven't heard back from her yet, but you know, I need to make a payment and everything. And she is who everybody uses in this small town to do flowers. So I'm not too worried about it, though I'm trying not to stress about things. Like, I'm trying to take the path of least resistance. It's in October, so we're in the middle of June right now, and I can't believe that. So that means we have what, July, August, September, 3.5 months. It's the beginning of October. We're getting 3.5 months to do this stuff. I'm not gonna fight with an idea if it's not gonna be executed easily and effortlessly. Like, I understand there's gonna be work and stuff in certain things, but if it's not gonna be executed easily and effortlessly, we're not gonna do it. There's no point in fighting it to work when we can just get it done. So, wedding, we need to do our wedding songs. I got a photographer. I can't spell officiant, so I don't know how you spell it. We're building this sort of frame. We gotta rent the chairs. Like, there's just so many decisions we gotta make. food, reception, what we were trying to do for the reception, which I'm really excited about. This is one of those things where I'm talking about, like, I'm not trying to fight, not fight between us, but fight the idea to get it to fit in our plan, you know what I mean? Or if you kind of know what I mean. So we originally wanted to build these tables and do like a Korean barbecue style thing, and eat family style, because I love that idea of you are, it's two families coming together. You come together around a table of food. Like, it's the most like ancient, innate thing that we do as people, is we gather and we eat, you know? And so building community and bringing people together, eat family style, families coming together, etc. But I think it's gonna be too much to build these tables, so we're gonna rent tables. Well, now if we are gonna do the Korean barbecue thing, we have to rent grills, or we have to get grills, and I don't know if we're gonna do that. Maybe if we just prepare it all together, put it on the table, eat family style. I don't know, but I'm not from South Korea, but we've taken a lot of time to learn about customs and cultures of South Korea, and we just want to share that with our families. And so I just, you know, just bring everyone in on experiences that we've had and families joining and things like that. So that's all the wedding planning like pages. And I just realized I used, I guess, like green and pink. I don't know if I did that on purpose. But so that's all the wedding planning. Leave your wedding song requests / ideas / whatever down below, because we need to make a wedding playlist. We're not going to book a DJ. I'm going to make the cake. Zach and I are probably going to make the cake. Here's another thing. If we don't have to pay for it, it's going to be a small wedding. There's going to be maybe at max 50 people there. If we don't have to pay for it, we're not going to pay for it. So that's my philosophy on it. So then I have a like grid sheet here of contacts. So I use these Agenda 52 stickers that are alphas, and I really love the script font ones in the front. So I use that to write contacts. I also use, let's see here, the colorful boxes, and you'll see more of this. I think, yeah, I have it in there. The colorful boxes for labels and stuff. You could also use the colorful boxes on these pages. I just didn't do that yet. And then I have the budget, and I use the alphabet stickers from the Happy Planner for that. And then this is just from like the generic, one of those generic first sticker packs that they came out with, just to make it a little bit more fun. I think this is from the Trendsetter pack that was released, or sticker book that was released like last summer. So I had the budget, and I'm still like outlining things that we may need to pay for. But yeah, start out with the budget. I don't even know how you start out with a wedding budget, because I don't know how much things cost. I can't say, oh, I'm only going to spend $200 on flowers, when flowers are going to cost, like, I don't know, $600. Like, I have no idea how much flowers cost. I still don't have any clue. So anyway, so then I'm using these hourly pages to sort of map out. They also have a brain dump on the back, but I'm using these to sort of map out like perfect days, or like how the days are going to be set up leading up to the wedding. So the 4th, I have the 4th, the 5th, and the 5th off. So I have Thursday and Friday off before the wedding. The wedding's on Saturday the 6th, and then I have that whole weekend after, or whole week after. So we're going to get up there on the 3rd. I'm going to get up there on the 3rd. We're getting married in Michigan on the 3rd. You know, I don't even have on here that we need to pick up our marriage license. There's something that I wish I could do right now is a marriage license. It's super easy, knock it out. But we can't, because they're only valid for 33 days. So we have to do it, you know, a couple weeks in advance. And I just really would like to knock that out right now, but I can't. And I don't have that listed on here. So probably on the 3rd or the 4th, we'll pick up our, what is that called? Wedding marriage license. Only one of us has to go in person to apply, and I think we can apply online as well. And then I think we both have to go pick it up, or we can have one of us have our other ID or something. I don't know. It might just be better to just go pick it up. So on the 4th, I haven't figured out that day yet. Don't know what's going on. On the 5th, I think I'm going to ice the cake. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm going to go get a manicure, pedicure, and lunch with my girls, hopefully. Any event setup that we need to do, and then do a cookout for the rehearsal dinner. I guess I need to put in here, like, freaking rehearse, and then do a cookout. oh my God. We need to do the rehearsal dinner and then do a cookout. Another thing is I want everybody who's coming up for the wedding is invited to the rehearsal dinner. We're gonna have hot dogs, hamburgers, it doesn't matter. It's gonna be a chill thing. Like, I just want to spend time with my family. And then this is what I have for the event for the day. I looked up an ideal wedding schedule for a 4 p.m. start time for a wedding. Our wedding is in October. I think it might be a little bit late, or the sun might be setting if we do it at 4. So I'm thinking we're going to do it at 3. So I just sort of broke things down the way that I wanted it to be, because I do want the reception to go into the evening. I want it to be dark, and I want to have a bonfire and fireworks at the end. So yeah, I just broke that down. And then again, I'm using the colorful boxes here to mark out specific, like 15, 35, 40, you know, like on the half hour or whatever there. So that's a quick, I guess, video. It was kind of rambling of how I am wedding planning in this planner. If you are like doing something bigger than this, it's going to be a very, very small affair. If you're doing something bigger than this, then you might need your like one own planner by itself. But we're not, and I just realized this picture is in upside down. See if I can fix this. Is this in? So yeah, I mean, you may need a bigger planner, and I actually think it would be really, I know that the Happy Planner did have a wedding planner at one point. You can get it still on Blitsy, I believe, but I think it's something that they're discontinuing. I do hope that they come out with it in the future. Like, as a planner girl, I was always thinking like, oh, I'm gonna do this great wedding planner. It's gonna be beautiful. I'm gonna love it. But if something becomes too much of a burden for me, I don't do it anymore. Like, having a big planner and like separate planners, it wasn't going to be something that I was going to find joy in doing. So I do things that bring me joy. So this is just our little vision board or whatever. I will say that if you want to print things for this, like on the go, like let's say we needed, or I wanted to be like filling out these little, what do you call it, like vision board areas that I've kind of designated as. You could use like your Polaroid zip or Canon selfie. My favorite one right now is the Canon selfie. It's not as portable as the zip, but the quality is much better. Or what I did is I just printed it on regular copy paper and stuck it in there. And if I'm ever working on this, it's probably gonna be at home, so I'll probably print it on regular copy paper as well. And this tab, I think, is from like a student or a teacher planner, and I just wrote wedding and stuck it on there, or planner sticker pack, and I just wrote wedding and stuck it on there. So I hope this video was helpful for you. If you found it helpful, please go ahead and give this video a like and subscribe if you want to see more videos. You can also follow me on Instagram. It's at 5/16ths, and find some more planner inspiration over on the blog. It's 516thsblog.com, and I will talk to you on my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.